Nothing seems to be more misunderstood than the hypothesis of two distinct realities, despite it being the most obvious truth, not just in the universal theory of a priorism, but absolutely. We all talk as if there were two realities. Our various political, economic, and religious theories all address the idea and incorporate it to some degree in the body of their claims. The only real aspect of this is where the line between the two realities is drawn. However, we need to address relative versus absolute divisions. The divisions between left and right politics and economics is artificial and relative. The differences are more quantitative and cosmetic than real. It is more about marketing an opinion than highlighting a real distinction between things. But this idea that all of our distinctions are truly just points on a continuum is part of the one reality hypothesis. If you reject the two reality hypothesis, which you more likely do, everybody basically does, you think everything is relative, truth is contingent, and good and evil are polar opposites separated by an infinite continuum of gray. In other words, there's no real difference between them, except in terms of the perspective we have. But this means that every concept and idea about reality can be contained within the one reality hypothesis. Difference between how people think about reality are merely cosmetic and point to nothing substantial, except in one case. One reality cannot be contained in the one reality hypothesis, and that is the idea that truth is absolute, and there are diametrically opposed ideas that have no path to reconciliation. We cannot reconcile that which by definition is unreconcilable. A reality based on absolute good and absolute truth cannot be part of a reality in which all truth is contingent, and what is good is what is legal. Those who subscribe to the one reality hypothesis can claim those who believe there is an absolute truth are wrong or even insane, but that is all they can do. But this is a confirmation there is a reality that cannot be contained in the one reality hypothesis. So in fact, the one reality hypothesis is a contradiction of terms, since it says all ideas about truth and reality are contingent and relative, except one, and that is the idea that absolute truth and absolute good exist. The two reality hypothesis is nothing more than a non-contradictory version of the one reality hypothesis. The two reality hypothesis acknowledges that most people believe truth is relative and contingent, and reject those who claim otherwise. The two reality hypothesis affirms there is a reality that the one reality hypothesis rejects, and so we of the two reality hypothesis reject the one reality hypothesis because there is this other reality in which truth is absolute and what is good is not contingent. The choice, then, is to be an adherent of the one reality hypothesis and claim all of reality is relative and probabilistic, and reject there are absolute truths, or accept there are absolute truths that are not contained in the relativistic scheme of things. Even truth claims, such as the one that all of reality is composed of relative truths, which is an absolute truth claim refuting its own terms of existence, which means the one reality hypothesis is an inherently self-refuting, leaving us the only possible truth, the one reality hypothesis. By this we mean that if the one reality hypothesis says that all truth and all good is relative, then they are contradicting themselves, because by that their very terms they are claiming that the truth they espouse is absolute. So by that contradiction, they have brought into reality that there is a two reality. There are two realities. But they affirm and contradict themselves at the same time by claiming their truth is absolute, but no absolute truth exists. Therefore, there is only a two reality hypothesis that is valid.